Assalamualaikum, my name is Amira Hanisraya and I will be presenting the data flow diagram for the production system of Yesa Textile Sdn Bhd. This DFD shows how information flows through the company's production cycle, starting from receiving customer orders all the way until the finished clothes are stored in the warehouse. But before we get into that, I would like to briefly explain the tool we use to create it. So our group used draw.io, also known as diagrams.net, to design the DFD. We chose this because it's free, easy to use, and provides standard DFD symbols such as processes, data stores, external entities, and data flows. It also allowed us to organize the production process clearly and make the diagram easy to understand. Now, let's look at how information flows through Yesa Textile's production system. Let's start with process 1.0, which is reviewing the customer order. The production manager first receives customer order information from the sales department. At the same time, the manager also checks the current inventory level of ready-made clothes from the inventory records. By comparing customer demand with available inventory, the manager can decide how much needs to be produced. Next is process 2.0, preparing the master production schedule, or MPS. Using the customer order information together with the inventory data, the production manager prepares the production schedule. This schedule specifies what product needs to be manufactured, how many units are required, and when production should take place. And once completed, the MPS is stored in the MPS file for future reference. Moving on to process 3.0. Based on the master production schedule, the production manager prepares the bills of material, or known as BOM. It lists all the raw materials needed for production, such as fabric, buttons, zippers, and other components. It also records any additional material requests that arise during production. So after it is updated, the BOM is stored in the bills of materials file. Now, let's move to Fatin for process 4.
The next step is process 4.0, preparing the material requisition form. Using the bills of materials, the production manager prepares 3 copies of the material requisition form. 1 copy is sent to the purchasing department so they can purchase any materials that are not available. Second copy is sent to the storeroom department, allowing them to issue the required materials to the production floor. The third copy is filed in the material requisition file for record keeping and future references. Next, process 5.0. The company prepares a job time ticket. This document records the amount of time each production employee spends on manufacturing the products. The completed job time ticket is then sent to the accounting department. The department uses this information to calculate employee wages and labor costs. Finally, we have process 6.0, where the finished goods are completed. After production is finished, the ready-made clothes are individually packed and organized according to their design and color. The packed products are then transferred to the warehouse, where they are stored until they are ready for delivery to the customers. In conclusion, this data flow diagram clearly illustrates how information flows through Yesa Textile's production system. The process starts with customer orders, continues through production planning, material preparation, labor recording, and finally ends with completed products being stored in the warehouse. Now, let's move on to our next part where we choose office surrounding as our theme. Let's go!
My name is Nur Alisha Nadira, and now I will explain about the activities in the production cycle. The first production cycle is product design. Product design is the first stage in the production cycle. The main objective is to create a product that meets customers in the terms of quality, durability, and functionality while keeping the production cost as low as possible. This stage produces 2 important documents. First is the Bill of Materials, or BOM, which lists the materials and quantities needed to manufacture the product. The second is the Operation List, which outlines the production steps, equipment required, and time limit for each operation. The second activity of production cycle is planning and scheduling. Planning and scheduling is the second stage in the production cycle. Its purpose is to plan production activities so that customer demand can be met efficiently while keeping inventory and production costs as low as possible. There are two common methods. The first method is MRP2. MRP2 plan production based on forecast demand, while the second method is lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing produces goods based on actual customer demand. The main output of this stage is the Master Production Schedule, or MPS, which shows what products need to be produced, how many units are required, and when production should take place. The third activity of production cycle is production operations. Production operations is the third stage in the production cycle. This is the stage where the actual manufacturing of product takes place. Many companies use technology such as robots and computer control machines. This happens to make the company to improve efficiency, reduce production time, and maintain product quality. These technologies also allow companies to produce products based on customer requirements rather than relying on mass production. The last production cycle is cost accounting. Cost accounting is the final stage in the production cycle. Its main purpose is to collect and record all production costs incurred during the manufacturing process. The information collected helps management plan, control, and evaluate production performance more effectively. Cost accounting also provides accurate product cost information, which is important when setting selling prices and making business decisions. In addition, it is used to calculate inventory value and the cost of goods sold, which are reported in the company's financial statement.
Next, I will explain the first thread in the production cycle, which is theft of inventories. Inventories include raw materials, work-in-progress items, and finished goods that are essential for production. If these inventories are stolen or not properly controlled, the company may experience production delays, inaccurate inventory records, and financial losses. The first threat occurs when workers request additional materials verbally without proper documentation. Without an official record, it is difficult to verify whether the materials are genuinely required, increasing the risk of unauthorized inventory withdrawals. Therefore, the company should require approved material requisition before any inventory is released. This ensures that every inventory withdrawal is properly authorized and recorded. The second threat is when inventory records are not updated promptly, allowing shortage or missing items to go unnoticed. As a result, management may not realize the inventory has been stolen until it is too late. To address the issue, the company should use barcode or RFID system to track inventory movement and usage in real time. This helps maintain accurate inventory records and quickly identify any discrepancies. The third threat is the theft of finished goods during the transfer from the production area to the warehouse. Since these goods are constantly being moved, they are more vulnerable to theft if there is no proper monitoring. Therefore, the company should install CCTV cameras in the storeroom, production area, and warehouse. CCTV helps monitor inventory movement, discourage theft, and provide evidence if any incident occurs. Overall, these control procedures help safeguard inventories, improve inventory accuracy, and ensure that the production process operates smoothly without unnecessary losses. Next, I will explain the second threat, which is the theft of fixed assets. Fixed assets such as laptops, machinery, or production equipment are valuable resources that support the company's daily operation. If these assets are stolen or misused, production efficiency may decrease and the company will incur additional replacement costs. The first threat occurs when employees remove portable assets such as laptops or equipment without authorization. This may cause the company to lose valuable assets and interrupt daily operation. To reduce this risk, the company should maintain and update fixed asset register containing the details and location of every asset. This allows management to monitor and trace company assets more effectively.
Next, I would like to present the threats that could arise from suboptimal investments in fixed assets and their appropriate control procedures.
Production demand is increasing. I need to call the supplier. Hello, I'd like to purchase new machine.
However, these machines are unsuitable for our production.
Oh no, what should we do now?
Firstly, investment in equipment that does not match production requirement. The machine may be too advanced or insufficient for production needs. As a result, production efficiency may decrease. To overcome this issue, the company should evaluate production requirements before purchasing equipment to ensure the equipment is suitable for production needs and avoid purchasing equipment that is overcapacity or insufficient.
Oh no, we have a problem.
Hey, what happened?
The old machine broke down.
Don't worry, I'll call the technician.
5 minutes later, the technician is arrived.
Please repair it, we can still use it.
However, after several repairs, the machine continued to break down every 5 to 7 minutes. Secondly, keep using old assets that require high maintenance costs. Old assets may require frequent repairs. Consequently, this can lead to higher operating and maintenance costs. Therefore, the company should perform periodic reviews of asset performance and utilization by checking asset performance and condition regularly, as well as identifying underutilized or malfunctioning assets for improvement.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I don't know how to operate this machining.
Lastly, lack of employee training on newly acquired equipment. Employees may not know how to operate the equipment efficiently. As a result, the company may not obtain the full benefits of the investments. To address this issue, the company should provide adequate training for employees to ensure they understand how to use the equipment effectively and maximize the benefits gained from the investments. Let's move on to the next part. In this section, I would like to present threats that could arise from disruptions of operations and their control procedures.
Let's get more raw material. Oh no, we're out of raw materials. Boss, we're running out of raw materials.
I'll call the supplier right away. Hello, we need more raw materials as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but the delivery will be delayed.
Firstly, a shortage of raw materials needed for productions. Insufficient raw materials may disrupt the production process and production target may not be achieved. To overcome this issue, the company should maintain a safety stock of critical raw materials. Additional inventory allows production activities to continue during supply delays and reduce the risk of disruptions caused by shortage of raw materials. As a result, production had to stop due to the shortage of raw materials.
Hey, what happened? Are you guys okay?
No, production has stopped.
Where is my order?
We're sorry, your order will be delayed.
Secondly, disruptions in the production process. Production activities may stop until repairs are completed and customers' order may be delayed. Therefore, the company should implement preventive maintenance programs. Regular maintenance can reduce the risk of machine breakdowns and help ensure that equipment remains in good conditions. Therefore, customers had to wait longer for their orders.
Boss, I'm feeling unwell. May I take sick leave today?
Alright, but we're already short of workers today.
This situation shows that the remaining workers had to handle multiple tasks due to the shortage of workers. Lastly, a shortage of workers. Production activities may slow down due to insufficient workers, and production and delivery schedules may be disrupted. To address this issue, the company should provide course training for employees. Employees can perform their duties of absent co-workers when necessary, helping to ensure production operations continue smoothly.